Hey friend, glad you can make it. Welcome to the pub. Mind if I get you anything? Actually, there's something I need to talk to you about. I Frog It is a game in which we try to help a seemingly innocent frog. However, we soon find that this docile, big-eyed amphibian may not be so helpless after all, and maybe it is us who need the saving. So, with that, have a drink with me, and let's get spooky! We wake up to find ourselves in a cozy living room. We hear a loud noise coming from upstairs, and a large kiwi bird called Santiago suggests we investigate. When we go up to investigate the noise, we open the door to find a frog sitting on the table. After some minuscule chatter, the frog reveals that it had previously been a powerful wizard, when suddenly he was transformed into a frog. It then asks you to fetch specific items for the reversal potion. Something cold, something sweet, something electronic, something green, and something sharp. As you deliver the items, the screen becomes more and more distorted. Bringing all of the correct items will result in this cutscene. It appears that the potion we were promised was a lie. If we reset back to the beginning, this time choosing all the incorrect items, the frog becomes increasingly angrier, and the game's vision much more distorted and laggy. When you go to get the final item, something sharp, the cartoony environment around you starts glitching out into a photorealistic house, hung with creepy pictures. As you put the final item in, this chilling cutscene plays. We are then teleported to the creepy house that we had seen previously, but this time, the frog, or whatever that thing is inside with us, and even more terrifying, the doors are locked. While exploring the house, we can find several papers revealing the truth behind the frog and kiwi bird. Entity named Dream Eater refers to itself as Diego. Appearance is redacted. It lures its victims into a dreamlike state, giving them a false sense of happiness and security. In this state, it should appear to victims as a small frog-like amphibian, sending them on small quests. In reality, it is redacted. If victims should obey Dream Eater, then the entity can successfully devour the victim's soul and body, leaving no physical trace behind. However, if victims disobey Dream Eater, the entity cannot control its rage and will show its true form. To pacify Dream Eater, one has to redact it. Contact with Dream Eater is highly limited, as this is a Class S entity and should under no circumstances be interacted with by unprotected personnel. Entity named Remora is a relatively harmless entity. It refers to itself as Santiago and prefers the company of other entities. Its appearance is that of a large, floating mass of organics. When its diagnostics have been run on the organic matter, the breakdown comes back as redacted and redacted. When it comes to Remora's preferences on other entities, there are a handful that it has been seen with. However, it overall seems to prefer the company of entity Dream Eater the most. It escapes its enclosure regularly to voluntarily break into Dream Eater's enclosure. It has been noted that Remora will insert itself into the minds of Dream Eater's victims. It has the ability to interact, but does not appear to harm the victims. While inside the hypnosis, Remora is often given the appearance of a kiwi-coloured bird. We find this to be because of Redacted. While looking through one of the bedrooms, you can also find a paper with cryptic writing on it. Take a look. Something is very wrong. I followed his instructions, but the walls are moving. He asked me for something sharp. I read the spell book. There is no recipe that calls for something sharp. I fear my life is in danger. And if you're reading this, you are too. You can find the last page, a newspaper clipping, hidden in the bathroom. 4 more go missing. The count rises to 18 people missing since last April. Harvester, townsfolk have been shrouded in misfortune, and their bad luck doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. Last spring, a small laboratory moved into town, despite many townsfolk objections. Since then, people have reported abnormalities with varying severity, from light flickers to seeing shadow people, to even people missing. The count has gone from 14 to 18 over the period of the last week. Of the 18 that have disappeared, 6 have been presumed dead, but 0 bodies have been found. Locals say it is as if these people disappeared in their own houses. Once we find a butcher knife, a jack-in-the-box, a deer skull, and a ladle, and add them all to the cauldron, we have crafted a key that can unlock the front door. We hurry down to unlock it, but are soon spotted by the frog, or as we now know him, Diego. It appears that we were used to test these experiments and see how they would behave toward civilians. After our narrow escape, the game comes to a close and ending 3-3 is finished. But there's one last ending I would like to show you. If you choose all the correct items, except for the last one, you are treated to this cutscene. To all the achievements in the game, you must simply get all of the endings and then access Mustache Mode in the settings and put Santiago in the cauldron. So, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Thanks for drinking with me, mate. This was fun. We should do this again sometime. Don't worry, I'll cover the tab. So, why don't you go home, turn off the lights, and stay spooky?